Welcome back to the 393 Legacy, a Gorilla podcast. We're at it for another week here in Solomon, and we're going to visit with Trinity here in a minute, Trinity Garza, and we're going to welcome her to the show. Quick preview into a very short week as you watch this on the weekend, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Well, guess what? There's no school on Monday because it's parent-teacher conferences. So make sure you show up, visit with your teachers a little bit, and get to hear all the exciting things that your child is doing here at Solomon. And students get a little nervous when it comes to parent-teacher conference. But to be honest with you, in all my years, it's one of my favorite days as a teacher and educator because you get to just sit down and have a conversation. And there's a lot of great things happening and maybe a few areas to improve upon. But it's nothing that any parent or child should ever be nervous about. It's usually a great conversation. So that is on Monday, the 28th. Followed by first day of middle school basketball. Holy cow. Yep, middle school basketball starts on next Tuesday, and so they'll be in full swing there. Halloween is then on the 31st. We've got all the Halloween parties, and of course we also have the parade. That's just tradition around here. So we'll do the parade, and then trunk or treat that night in the parking lot, on the west parking lot in conjunction with our early learning center. And so that's a great event. Come out and support the trunk or treat. There's going to be some community members out there handing out all sorts of goodies. And then sleep in on Friday for the students only because they have no school as well. That's our comp day for our teachers on the 28th for parent-teacher conferences. So there we go. We are a very short week next week with 3 days of school. Hope everybody's here and is able to attend and be here because it's been a great finish to the first quarter of the year. The 31st, by the way, I forgot. We don't know yet until after tonight's ball game. We'll be playing, as this is posted, we'll be playing Little River out here. Depending upon whether we win or lose and depending upon the other district, we will be away, though, next Thursday on Halloween. So we'll be traveling somewhere for the first round of the postseason. So that is everything. We wish our Gorillas good luck as they compete at regional cross country. And then next week, which would be November 2nd, would be state cross country. And so that will be happening as well. So lots of things as we come to the conclusion of the fall sports season. And then right around the corner is the school play. So that'll be great too. So now, what we're really here for is to visit with you, Trinity. So Trinity Garza, welcome, and tell us a little bit about yourself and anything you'd like to share with the listeners. Now, listen, when we started preparing, Miss Meyer and I were like, this is going to be easy. You're not nervous. You're like, I'm chill. Let's go. We're good. So anything you want to tell us about yourself. Tell us a little bit about your family. How long have you gone to school here? Those kind of things. How long have you gone to school here? Let's start with the easy one. How long have you gone to school here at Solomon?
I've gone to school for 9 years.
9 years here? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go before that?
I went to Hope, Kansas, and I lived in Woodbine, Kansas.
All right. Yep. Well, that's where I grew up many moons ago. So, yeah. Well, good. I think I remember that from your older sibling and visiting with him a little bit. So
Benny?
Yeah, from Benny. That's right. So you brought up Benny. How many other in the family? Let's start there.
There's 2 other siblings I have, Hope and John.
There you go. Perfect. And so it's been good. All of them have walked across the stage at Solomon, and you're going to be the next one, and then one more to walk across the stage. That's right.
Hopefully.
No, hopefully it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So as we talk about walking across the stage, we were visiting before we came on about your future plans, and so you might tell the listeners about what you're interested in going into.
I'm interested in going into elementary education.
Good.
I really like kids. I like being around kids. I enjoy just kids.
That's great. That's great. We need good educators out there. We need more and more of them to sign up and say yes and answer that call because it is a great calling. And so hopefully you pursue it and continue to pursue it. And who knows, maybe you'll come right back here and you'll be walking the halls as a teacher, no longer a student, right?
Who knows?
You never know, right? You never know. So we talked about your siblings a little bit, and we're going in reverse order. Usually this is one of the last questions, but it's perfect timing.
as you walk across that stage, you sort of want to leave a legacy and maybe some words of wisdom for the next group. And so you got a little brother yet to walk across that stage.
Yes.
He's going to do it. So now, what other words of advice do you give not only to him but to other maybe incoming freshmen as they start their journey?
Don't be scared. Like, there's nothing to worry about at all. Like, be confident in what you do. Don't stress it. Don't be nervous. Because, like, in the long run, you're, like, totally going to forget about being scared and being nervous, and you're just going to be glad that you stayed positive through it all.
That's right. That's awesome. Those are awesome words. There's as I'm looking down the hallway there, I see one of our teachers out in the hallway, and which makes me think of the next question, which is there's several teachers that you want to be one, and so someday you're going to be the one that has that positive impact on a child. What are maybe one or two teachers that stand out to you that they all make a difference, but maybe
Right.
one that you had closer connections with you want to give a shout out to?
Probably Miss Cooper. She's just always there for everybody, and not just me, but I know that, like, I've known her before she was my teacher, and, I've known some of her kids, and it's just, like, we have, like, a relationship where, like, I'm able to talk to her about things, and she's able to talk to me about things.
Good. Yeah, she's had a few shout outs this year, so that's awesome. That tells the impact that she's having, so she'll appreciate to hear that for sure. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, getting back to what sort of drew you to want to become a elementary teacher?
When I was, like, I don't know, like, good age of, like, maybe, like, 11 or whatever, I liked babysitting. I enjoyed, like, babysitting babies, babysitting toddlers, and then, like, as I grew older and I got into high school, I liked being around, like, kids that could actually, like, had that understanding to think and, like, do things here and there, and I like, being able to talk with kids, and so just, like, having those experiences of babysitting and being around kids all the time, it's, like, made me enjoy those experiences that I have.
Good. So you've had outside influences that have helped you with that. What are some of those outside influences? You talked a little bit about babysitting. Anything else? Jobs that you've held down that you maybe want to share with the listeners? Because you just don't come to school and then just hang out and chill the rest of the time. You're a busy person.
Well, I go to church on Sundays, and sometimes I get those opportunities to serve with kids, and I'm able to be, like, a student aide, but obviously it's not a teacher. I'm being supervised. I'm helping kids. Yeah. And then also at my church, we have this thing called growth groups, and we're able to have, like, students from youth group or just people come in and watch the kids that, the parents who are doing growth group have and don't have people to watch them. So
cool.
I'm able to have those outside experiences.
So that has truly helped shape your calling and hopefully answer that call and continue to. So any thoughts on where you might go to college then?
Emporia State University.
Oh, I didn't even see you had it on. I'm so sorry. Your long hair, I didn't even notice. So yes, we've got two Stingers in the house. That's right. So yes, the Mighty Hornets. We're actually headed there in a few weeks for their fall teacher career fair. So that'll be great. Well, yeah, I can't think of a better college for. I mean, that's what it's known for. It's the Teacher College of Kansas. So that's a great option and choice. What drew you to Emporia State?
Well, I have family that lives in Emporia. Okay. But, like, I already knew that it was, like, founded off of the Teachers College. Yeah. And so I've, like, always heard about, like, if you want to be a teacher or you want to go into education, you should go to Emporia. Yeah. And so, like, as I went and looked into it, it just, the atmosphere and the experiences you get at college, too,
they do a great job of giving you all sorts of experiences. Yeah. The big school of Emporia to the smaller schools such as, Olpe or Waverly or those that are surrounding. So you'll get a great experience there for sure. So we've hired several good ones, including the person behind the camera from Emporia State. So anyways, no, it's been great. The thoughts then is, 3-4 years. Hopefully then you find your first classroom. So have you thought about what maybe, what grade level?
So when you go to apply to become a teacher at the Teachers College there in Emporia, you get to pick if you want to be work with K through 6 or pre-K through 6, and I really enjoy like the little kids, and so I chose pre-K through 6, and those are the grades that I would want to focus on.
Good. So more on the lower end, so pre-K 1, 2, right in that range probably. Yeah. They don't talk back to you as much when, second grade and below. They get a little bit older, then they get a little bit more freedom and try to test you a little bit more for sure. So, yeah, there's no doubt there. Let's see. Any funny moments or stories or memories from high school that you can share on the air and that everybody be proud of and not embarrassed of? But is there anything you'd like to share with the listeners on a funny moment or something?
Something that everybody would kind of find funny that I found embarrassing, though, actually happened to me when we were doing awards last year. Miss Vincent came to call me up for an award. That was Best Future Teacher Award. Yes. As I was walking up, there was a lump in the carpet, and I tripped. It wasn't caught on camera, though.
No, it was not. I was there. I saw it. Do you know what the best type of a great character is? When you can laugh at yourself when others are, and so that is a great quality. Don't ever lose it. Believe me, I have to laugh at myself a lot. So because there's lots of people that would laugh at me. So that's a great quality. And it really wasn't that. You kept it together. You didn't bite it. You didn't fall down, am I right?
I didn't fall down, but
exactly.
I just
You did it with grace. You did it with grace. So, any last words for the listeners out there before we wrap it up? No, all good. I'm putting you on the spot. I will say this though, Trinity, is that it's been good visiting with you. I'm excited for your future. I'm excited that the influence of your church, the influence of some great teachers here, has maybe drew your interest to it. Now, we'll see. You get to Emporia State, you may find something else to do. You don't know. It's so young. But I hope that I think you have yourself, the foundation is there for future success. So I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
And hopefully in about 4.5 years, I'll be interviewing you, and you'll come back and you'll be a classroom teacher here because somebody's going to retire or something, right? So, okay. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure. Once again, we come to you with an outstanding senior and wishing her nothing but the best. It's hard to believe that we've already wrapped up the first quarter. We will be back next week, and it will be November of all times. It'll already be November, flipping the calendar. So until next week, we'll see you.